Okay, going to be doing some commentary here over a game that I played not too long ago using the Droppin bombs build. This build again focused on the one ability, Kelvin's Frost Grenade, trying to maximize the poke and burst potential of this hero, rather than the kind of classic beam focused builds, or some of the now newly shining kind of tankier support kind of style builds. In the laning phase here, at least really early on, we are still going to start beam, just because it is that sustained DPS and it's really annoying to deal with and fight against with the decreased fire rate. We are going to still get that level 2 beam first. We are, however, going to get that level 1 nade as well. So level 1 nade, level 1 beam, going to get that extra charge on our nade early here. In the lane, pretty much focusing on denial of souls and securing our own souls while also getting some poke in when we can. So, trying to establish an early lead through harassing and through denying souls. At this point, we are at 1100, going to pick up monster rounds, and we're going to pick up extra charge to add that extra use of our nade. Monster rounds going to decrease the damage done to us by minions and monsters. It's also going to help us do more damage to the minions with our gun, as this build doesn't really focus on gun items all that much. Monster rounds going to help us a lot as far as farming goes. So we are up against Warden and 7. We've established a nice 300 souls lead already here, 3 minutes into the game. And that is purely through denial of creeps, as well as just securing our own creeps. Gonna go ahead and buy Enduring Spirit here. Enduring Spirit's gonna help us to stay in that fight a little bit longer. Looking for the nades here, unfortunately not quite able to find it. It hit me through the wall there. So a lot of abilities do not have those line of sight requirements. It's just kind of focused on that the actual AoE. So there's no like central point to the some of these abilities, like Warden's Flask. We are getting pushed in here, and I am getting poked. So I did buy Healing Right this game. Just because I wanted to stay in the fight, be a little bit tankier, and kind of continue to build this souls lead. We're gonna slow down the Warden here. It looks like he was pushing up, so I went for the melee. He did back up though. He burned a lot of his cooldowns there. So what I'm hoping to see here is a little bit more damage on the turret. So we're putting a lot of pain onto the Warden here. Pretty decent amount of harass onto the 7 as well. So at this point, Yamato and I are calling that we want to look to get this kill here on the Warden or the 7 or both. I do get stunned by 7, so I go ahead and back up real quick here. Gonna pop my Healing Right, get healed up.
You have bought that off a Knickerbocker that was about to get his legs broken.
At this point, we do have Mystic Burst, and that is going to give that little extra chunk of damage on our nade here. So, looking for a fight. Making sure I don't take too much harass, but we are looking for a fight here. I'm gonna pop my beam. I hit the 7 with my nade, get him quite low. Get a lot of damage down with my nade. Hit him with another nade here, and you see 143 damage right there. We do get him quite low, but I take a good chunk of damage there. Yamato's gonna pop their ultimate. I'm going to follow up here. I'm going to put my freezing dome down on the walker and on the Warden. The dome freezes the Guardian. Meaning I can't do damage to it, but it also is inactive while it's in the dome. So it is taking that completely out of the fight there. Gonna go back here, grab a camp, and now we've gotten 1 kill in lane, but we are up almost 2,000 souls. So I'm at 4,000 souls. The Warden is at 2.4, so we've got a 1.6k souls lead. Gonna pick up the rest of my tier 1 items here. Mystic Reach and Extra Spirit online, as well as our boots. At this point, looking to pressure for kills, looking to get this Guardian as soon as we can so we can start to spread our presence around the map. You can see the souls lead on our team is only 2k. Only 2k, so this is anybody's game at this point, this early on. Looking to get some damage down on this turret. Zen's gonna go ahead and just pop his ult here, so we're just gonna back up. No big deal. Looking to push this into tower as quick as we can and get more damage down onto the turret here. Go ahead and pop the beam, look for some damage. I'm not too worried about getting you know, caught by the claw there. I've got healing right to heal me back up real quick. Trying to just keep that damage up, keep that pressure on. Continue to deny souls when I can. Look for poke. Hit a nice nade there onto the Warden. We've got him pretty low. Less than half HP at this point. I hit my beam. And he is hurting. We hear Warden pop his ult here, so we're just going to go ahead and back up. Just going to disengage out of his ult here. And that's wasted at this point. Got a nice 1.3k souls here. Gonna upgrade our sprint boots as we are going to be heading into that part of the game where we're going to be roaming around the map quite a bit here. I'm gonna pop my beam, run at the Warden, trap him in the dome, and he is dead. Fortunately for the Warden, you know, that slow from the beam is pretty brutal. And once the dome is down, you're inside. Not really a whole lot you could do. Get some poke here onto the 7. I'm just going to go ahead and use my beam and start frying him. And Yamato's going to go ahead and push in, get a quick melee in there, or a heavy melee in there, and finish off the 7. We're going to get this first Guardian. Now, I'm hoping to see Yamato and I start to roam, spread our presence here, and kind of start to take over the game. Our Abrams just died. You can see in some of the other lanes here, lead is starting to be built on the opposite team. You know, Lash at 7k souls. So matching us in our net worth here. We do lose our blue Guardian as well. So it is really important that we start to influence the map at this point. And when I say influence the map, I mean pressuring objectives, forcing the enemy team to react to the plays that we are making rather than us reacting to the plays that they are making. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this 7 here. Get a little bit of damage down on the Warden, back up. Do get the pick on the 7. Looking to take some of their jungle here at this point. Looks like. Clearing out the available souls that they have on their side of the map, making it harder and harder for them to get back into the game. Here it looks like we are going to be going for a roam onto lane 1. I lose track of the Infernus. I thought he was in, but he was in fact out. So I just say to my team, hey, let's go ahead and pressure this Guardian. It's low anyway. And we're going to go ahead and quickly get this Guardian here. Immediately I'm looking at my mini-map, and I'm going to pick up this bridge buff. Rotating back to my lane. Going to pick up the minions here. And then we're going to see where we go next on the map. We've got a nice 2.8k souls, so we are on the move here. We've got 9,000 souls in total, making us the highest net worth player in the game right now. Communicate to my team that, hey, I am roaming on over to lane 4. Let's go ahead and pressure this last Guardian. So I'm hit my nade there on the Wraith. Hit my beam on her, and she is quite low. Warden's coming in, but I've got a lot of support here. I'm not too concerned. I hit my nade on the warden there. Crushing the minion wave up. I'm just looking to get this guardian down as soon as possible. We've got 4 here. I know we're not really going to be able to pressure the walker right now. So I just grab Urn, and I'm making my way over to the other side of the map here. So 12 minutes in, and the biggest thing that we are focusing on right now, me and my dual lane partner, is spreading our presence around the map and forcing objectives. So we just got 3 Guardians, and we secured Urn for our team as well. So I'm going to make a quick buy here. I am at 5,400 souls, and we are going to pick up that rapid recharge here to increase the nade spam.
For you.
So you can see the nade is starting to hit quite hard. It is clearing out waves essentially on its own. We're going to push in this wave here. And I'm curious to see what we do next. I'm looking at the mini-map. I see that there are 3 on lane 2. I am thinking I'm going to try to pressure this Guardian down here. I see that Infernus is here. I'm looking for poke. I do unfortunately miss that nade. He's coming in. I'm just going to pop my beam. I'm going to trap him in the dome, and I'm saying, hey, I'm really strong, dude. I don't know if you can do that. Throw 1 nade, I throw a melee, and he is toast. So Yamato and I are going to go ahead and start to pressure this walker. I can see that Hayes is here at this point. Going to try to hit another nade. Unfortunately, I missed that one too. I'm going to go ahead and get some pressure on her with my beam. Get picked up by the Lash ult. I'm going to throw a nade down to heal myself. Backing up just a little bit here. I pop my fleet foot, and I am looking to just toss some nades here, get some damage down. I get Warden incredibly low. I yeet a nade, and I kill the Warden with that. And you can see the damage on the nade almost killed the Haze from almost half health there. So I'm just spamming these nades, getting some damage down.
Cold out there.
Continuing to force this walker down. So at this point, we are up 82. We are at 82,000 souls to their 54. Their 54,000 souls. We've done a really good job of spreading our presence around the map. We haven't really farmed all that much jungle. I don't really think Kelvin's one of those heroes you want to spend a lot of time just farming on. I'm gonna pop my dome on this Infernus because he's a psycho. You could see, I feel like you could see that I was confused at what Infernus was doing there. Spamming some nades here on the Wraith. As I'm reloading, I'm popping my beam to keep that damage up. I'm gonna get stunned here because I'm kind of greeding. I want this next walker. We get that next walker. Abrams and Yamato securing those souls that are spawning. We've got a nice 5,300 here, so I think it's a good time to go ahead and buy. We're going to clear out this little camp, but we did want to buy. So we're going to get some upgrades, and we're going to get some additional items. So we've got superior cooldown now, and we're putting that on our nade. We also picked up Mystic Shot and Heal Bane. Heal Bane mostly being used for Warden, Haze, and Infernus. It's still going to be helpful against the other players as well, but it is more purposeful for the group that I mentioned. I see that Haze is here. I'm just going to throw a nade down, start beaming, get her to half HP right away, continue to beam the walker down. And I'm just working on getting this turret down. Throw another nade there. I tag the Wraith. We get a swap in. I'm going to throw another nade at my feet, and that Wraith is gone. So we've gotten every walker except for one. We've gotten all the Guardians. And I'm just saying, hey, let's go over to lane 3 here, and let's go ahead and secure this last walker. Let's get this third flex slot opened up. I see that there is an Infernus that is pushed up. I'm gonna hit a nade, and I'm gonna hit a beam, and he is gone. As we secure this last walker, Hayes is gonna hit a sleep on me. Not really too concerned. Gonna go ahead and pop my beam to secure the rest of these souls. So we have all three. For all of the walkers down, giving us those 3 flex slots. So now I am communicating to my team, hey, I think we should try to get a pick or two and then force mid-boss. Mid-boss is going to allow us to, you know, push into their base and take riskier fights because we get that quicker respawn time. And with the health buff to the minions, we are going to get a lot more pushing power. So I'm going to go ahead and trap this and throw this in the dome. I kind of get a little bit lost in my own ice path. I'm just throwing nades down. He's very late. I'm gonna melee and Infernus is gone. I think, you know, as soon as you start to see someone just perma split and kind of start to feed, I think you can kind of tell that somebody's a little tilted. I've got a lot of souls here. I've got 7,073. I'm gonna pick up the rest of their camps here that are easily accessible. This is the first bit of real jungle clearing farming that I've done this game, and I am at 8,600 souls in my pocket here, so I can pick up either a few items or a very strong item and another item. Gonna go ahead and pick up Mystic Vulnerability, upgrade a few things here, gonna grab Alchemical Fire as well. So now, I mean, our loadout is looking pretty insane. We've got the improved burst now, Mystic Vulnerability. The only real thing we're missing at this point to increase that burst damage is going to be Mystic Reverb. But we've got our full combos online. We've got that Alchemical Fire plus Nade and Dome. We're just going to go ahead and start to aggressively push into their base now. I'm probably communicating with my team here like, hey, let's just group up, let's force some fights. I see the Wraith here is pushed up. I'm going to go ahead and pop my Fleet Foot. I'm going to pop my Beam. We get a swap. I wasn't sure how that interaction was going to work, honestly. I wasn't sure if the TP would finish out after the swap or not. I'm going to go ahead and get these, I believe they're called Watchers, down here. There is someone here that's holding this. I'm going to go ahead and get a nade here, get her trapped in the dome. Take a quick little snooze, get a melee down, get another melee down, go ahead and throw a nade. And I'm not too worried about getting stunned by 7 here. I'm just going to continue to focus down this, this shrine here. At this point, we are ahead. We just opened up the map. We've got 2 picks, and I just say, hey, let's grab mid-boss here. I'm thinking that at this point, if they come to fight mid-boss, we are so ahead of them that I'm thinking we can just probably fry them if they do come. At this point, I'm coming to my team. Hey, Lash has ult. I'm going to back up and play out of pit, just in case he does yeet people out. There's the ult. I hear it go. I dash in, get the quick melee there, or the heavy melee onto the crystal, and that is ours. So now we have Rejuve. Warden kind of just makes his way up. I'm not really wanting to burn my ult here since it is just the Warden. I'm going to throw Alchemical Fire and a nade, and he is going to get cooked. So 2 of them down. We have Rejuve. I'm just saying, hey, let's go ahead and just get their other shrine here. I don't think there's much they can say about it. Now we have both shrines down. Their Guardian is exposed. Gonna go ahead and start blasting the Guardian here. And, you know, the great thing about having Rejuve is if you see waves pushed in on your side of the map, and, you know, there's not a player pushing them, the Rejuve buff is going to take care of that for you. A whole lot happening on my screen. Lash flying up above me. Lash is going to get taken down. 7's going to go ahead and ult right above my head. Aid myself for a quick heal, and we're just going to take this Guardian down here. There's something buggy with that hitbox on this Guardian. I was beaming that guy, but I don't think it was really taking him. Damn it. So I'm in pit. I'm just getting damage down on this. I want to see what I can do. At this point, I'm like, oh, I'm probably dead here. Whoops, that's my bad, gang. I throw a nade at my foot, or at my feet. I pop fleet footwork, and I pop my skates, and I am cruising out of there. We've got a nice almost 8K in our pockets. Go ahead and do a quick little resetty spaghetti here. Pop my healing. Go ahead and throw another nade at my feet or at the minions here. Clear out this camp. I tell my Yamato, hey, there's a gun buff here on bridge. You should get that. I'm not using my gun really at all with this build. My gun's pretty much just meant to shoot waves, use Mystic Shot. It's not really meant for anything, honestly, besides farming. This build is 100% focused on, you know, doing as much burst as you can. Looks like we're going to get a couple more upgrades here. Yep, we're going to get that improved reach. Going to sell one of my tier 1s to get an extra 3K. Kind of thinking about what I want to buy here. I go ahead and buy Metal Skin just so I can ignore the Haze ult, because she is one of the strongest players on their team. And I want to make sure that, you know, I don't give any kill. Oh, I see Gordon really pushed up here. I'm going to go ahead and just beam him down. Throw another nade. Almost kill him with that nade there. I see the Wraith running away. I'm going to try to Kobe a nade. Unfortunately, not able to quite land there. I'm going to clear this wave here. Get that pushing in. I want to try to focus on ending the game now at this point. I go for a heavy melee on accident there. I was meaning to quick melee, clear out those souls. Gonna beat these minions down, and I am just cruising on into their base. I've got 35,000 souls to my name. I am incredibly strong, and I want to put pressure on ending the game. There's no point otherwise. I see that there are some people pushing from their team, and I'm not terribly concerned about that. I go ahead and pop my dome. I deny the damage from the 7 ult, and I deny the Lash ult also. Go ahead and heal myself up a little bit here. I throw the alchemical fire. I throw a quick nade. I am going to pop Metal Skin because I think they're chasing me. I'm going to tag the Lash with a nade there, take all of his shields off, and we're just going to continue to beam him. Beam is still going to do a good chunk of damage with this build. It's not going to do as much as the kind of the Beam Fry build with escalating exposure. But you are going to get that big increase of damage to your nades, which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to just chuck nades and do crazy damage. With all the uses of your nade, you're also going to get a pretty crazy amount of healing throughout the course of the game. So with that, we just gotta go ahead and end the game, recognizing the, you know, lead that we have individually. And you can see that, you know, we had 13 kills, 0 deaths. We did 27,000 damage to players. We did 22,000 damage to structures, and we had 16,000 healing. So pretty awesome game for us. And that all stemmed from the early laning phase, just getting ahead, getting a few kills, getting the early Guardian, and then transitioning that into map control. Continuing to spread our presence as a duo throughout the rest of the map, continuing to grab more Guardians, continuing to grab more Walkers, keeping that pressure up, and forcing the enemy team to fight us in order to keep those objectives available.